I'm Ann Richmond, the Executive Director at the Transportation Authority of Marin, and I have the good fortune to be here at the right time and to kick off today's event. You'll be hearing from a lot of people today, people who have been key to the program in recent years and past years, and there are also a lot of other people here to acknowledge and thank. You know, when I started at TAM 6 years ago, almost to the day, this was one of the projects I was really excited to work on because this project has it all. So just some quick MSN numbers. Overall, the corridor has 12 sub-projects, 17 miles, 7 miles of new bike lanes, 14 years of construction, 25 funding sources, and many miles of utility relocations.
This is big. You know, when you have a congressional district that starts at the Golden Gate Bridge on Highway 101 and goes all the way to the Oregon border on Highway 101, I pretty much spent a lot of my life on Highway 101, and I think that keeps me somewhat connected to what people in the North Bay experience. There's nobody that lives in Marin or Sonoma County whose life is not impacted, if not revolving around this incredibly important corridor. So I know this project has been a long time coming. I know it's been one heck of a partnership at every level of government with the entire community, with so many stakeholders, but we are finally now getting ready to step over the finish line. And that should be really a moment to celebrate and appreciate everything it's taken to get us to this moment. I am here thanks to a little break in my schedule. I'll be spending the next 6 hours of my life on Highway 101. But a little break has allowed me to be here to present this certificate from Congress to just show my appreciation for everything that has brought us to this point. And of course, to our friends at Caltrans, we are grateful that you have made this a priority, that you have helped partner with our local communities.
Even though the Marin Sonoma Narrows project is all but completed, our work is not done. Improving mobility and ensuring that the corridor operates effectively for all of our users is our top priority. We recognize that the transition to the longer HOV hours is challenging, and we want to assure you that your concerns and feedback are being taken seriously. Caltrans and our partners are in the process of implementing additional strategies, such as local and corridor adaptive ramp metering to improve traffic flow and minimize congestion. We are closely monitoring the current traffic performance and working with our partners in an evaluation process. So as traffic normalizes, we'll be able to make adjustments as opportunities arise. And finally, a sincere thank you to the people of Marin and Sonoma counties for their ongoing patience and support as we close this last gap of the HOV lanes to help long-term mobility, air quality, and climate goals for the region. So thank you all. You all deserve a hand.
This section of Highway 101 is one of the busiest freight routes in all of Northern California. And this project truly shows how working together for the collective good can turn out real results. Narrows, no more. The Marin-Sonoma County line sees over 70,000 passenger vehicles throughout the day. And where 4 lanes converge into 2, it caused one of the worst backups in the Bay Area. But today's ribbon cutting, thanks to your hard work, shows that we can do better and our communities deserve better. There are a few thank yous that I think we need to advance today. First and foremost, we need to say thank you to the women and men of labor who were working for the past nearly decade and a half to get the job done. Can we give them a round of applause? Thank you.
Yesterday morning, I was heading south from Sonoma County back to Marin around 9 a.m. What could go wrong, right? So I was bracing myself. Okay, the Narrows is coming up. What is going to be the situation? Smooth sailing, a sigh of relief. And extrapolate that to people going to their jobs, getting back to their families, going to frequent a local business. This is a game changer. Am I right, everyone? Absolutely. So, as my distinguished colleague and friend said, we've been so proud to advocate for this on your behalf at the state level, back in the day as your local Marin County supervisor to support funding and policies, and also as one of your MTC members back in the day. And I just wanted to recount, there have been a lot of challenges along the way for this project, but every single time folks have stepped up together.
It's been decades in the making for this special day. We now have a continuous HOV lane in the North Bay. It's not the Transcontinental Railroad meeting at Promontory Point. Instead, at the county line, there's a smooth concrete joint. And we might not be celebrating with a golden spike, but our residents are better connected by car or by bike. We do have commemorative golden lane reflectors, a prized possession for any collectors. How we got here is a remarkable tale, as we found a way to finance a project of this scale. Local, state, and federal funding was key to chip away at segments like A2, B1, B7, and C3. It felt like playing bingo or a game of battleship, but each letter and number completed gradually improved every trip. Every letter of the alphabet was involved in some form or degree, including TAM, MTC, the CTC, SCTCA, MTC, FHWA, and the CHP.
So we talked about the partnership that has occurred, and the room is full of all of our great partners. Voters in Marin and Sonoma County, as was said, have shown their support for local measures, and voters have also shown their support throughout the 9 Bay Area County to make highway improvements all around the Bay. There were over $12 million in local funds that were committed, as well as $120 million from MTC and regional funds. It's been said that you don't finish a race that you don't start. We started this race many years ago, and today we are at the finish line.
On behalf of the commission, I'd like to congratulate Caltrans District 4, the Transportation Authority of Marin, and the Sonoma County Transportation Authority for this exciting achievement for our region. This project is a culmination of a years-long effort to expand multimodal options throughout this corridor. The CTC is pleased to be a funding partner on this project by awarding almost $130 million from the SB1 funds for different segments of this project.
You know, when I look around, up here, most of us are elected officials, people who wear suits or whatever, blazers, to work. But this work gets done by people who were out there. I don't know anybody ever come back in the middle of the night from anywhere, really. And you see people out there in the middle of the night over and over and over again. This takes a toll on your personal health, on your family life, so much that the working men and women of California have put into this is really, really profound. And that, people who are desk jockeys like me and my colleagues really get to stand up here and take the glory, but it is our staff people. Suzanne Smith has worked on this forever, James Cameron forever, my MTC staff, and the laborers. And none of it's possible without the voters who send us here, who are repeatedly supportive of infrastructure in the North Bay. There's a reason, as Darnell Grisby noted, that we punch above our weight. Those were not his words, but I'm going to assume that's what he meant. And it's because we have the best, most consistent, reliable voters. And that only happens because we have really good education and ongoing community investment. So I just want to give a round of applause to laborers, to bureaucrats, and to workers of the North Bay.
We've talked already a lot about those strong partnerships between all our transportation authorities, FHWA, CTC, Caltrans, MTC, that are just critical to this. Also, our consultant project managers from BKF, Mark Thomas, URS, that's now AECOM, those folks that actually did the technical work that was able to implement this vision from our elected officials. Lastly, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to our contracting community, specifically the two gelati companies.
Thanks to everyone who put this event together today. We have a great sunny day, so whoever arranged that, thank you. The tent, the food, everything. Thanks for all of the work to get this to happen today and over the years to get to today. And with that, if the speakers and agency leaders could join us at the ribbon behind us, we will cut the ribbon. Thank you.